Good morning friends. Today again I will be discussing about some other topic in C, which is dynamic memory allocation. Okay. Previously when I did array, in array you have to give the size. You have to specify the size here, like int ARR 5 here. Size has been specified. Now if you don't know this size, suppose if you don't know this size beforehand, during runtime, during compile time you know, while writing you gave this thing, but during runtime you don't know. This will be 5, it can be 50, it can be 100. How can you do that? There you have to use this dynamic memory allocation, malloc. Malloc, this function will going to allocate this much size filled by garbage value, like the example str malloc 15 into size of char, means 15 into 1 byte, 15 bytes will be allocated, and it's a null. The type will be void. Return type will be a character of void type. Void int, like int char, return type is also void, it means nothing. Okay, return type will be void. Okay, so but str is a char, so we need to typecast it with char star, then star1 equal to malloc. This will going to, what this function will going to do in runtime, while execution it will going to, suppose this is a RAM, it will going to allocate 15 bytes of memory, and the starting address will be sent and placed in star1. Okay, this could also be done with array, but for that this value 15, this value can be any number. It can be a variable like this, like here you have, suppose age equal to, suppose the value of I, suppose I is there, you are taking the value of I as input as 100, 200, 300. While compilation you don't know what will the entered value of I, so it cannot be done with an static. Array is a static kind of a thing. During runtime you need to, during compilation time you should give the size, but dynamic is during runtime you have to give the size. Okay, during runtime, so whatever size you give, it will going to allocate this much of memory. So if I go as per this example, 15 here, 15 into size of char will be allocated. This 15 could be any variable like I or anything. The return will be kept here. It will going to return a null if somehow instead of 15 it is 15,000. That much memory is not there, so it will going to return a null. If it is so, then this will be executed and exit will be called. Okay, and in malloc the allocated memory will be filled by garbage value. Okay, but for another is there or calloc. In calloc, calloc syntax is 15 into, instead of 15 into 15 comma size of. In calloc is the same thing, but it will be initialized with 0. The same thing as malloc, but the memory that will be allocated will be initialized by 0. Now why two different are given? Execution time of malloc is much less than calloc, because here initialization also taking place, here no initialization taking place. Next, suppose during execution if I decide to again resize the memory, how can I do that? I can use realloc. Then 25 is just an arbitrary number that I gave. It could be anything. Then suppose here 15 byte is allocated, now 25, so 10 byte more will be allocated. These also returns are null if cannot be allocated. So first check it. If it is allocated, then assign str to temp. The starting temp will always be containing the starting value. Here I am just doing the checking if memory has been allocated or not. Otherwise, if I directly write str1 here, then if memory is not allocated, then also star1 will be replaced by a null, and I will be losing the value that I have put in through malloc. Like here, the malloc call is successful, the realloc is not successful. Malloc call is successful, 15 byte allocated and pointed by star. After that I gave value to it, str1 l2a. Okay, here if I write star1 char star this, if this realloc fails, then str1 will become null. If it becomes null, suppose this with malloc this much memory is allocated for by str1. With this realloc, it should have made 10 more byte available. Instead of that, suppose for somehow it cannot be done, it will be replaced by star1 will be replaced by null. So I will not be having the byte location of the memory which has been pointed by malloc also. That will be lost. To stop that thing from happening, give a temporary variable pointer, check it. If it is null, then handle it. If it is not, then point it by star1. Okay. Realloc also work the same way with calloc also. Okay, and this is free. Free means what? Whatever memory we are allocating by star1 or star2 in calloc, malloc, then realloc had to be freed. Otherwise, what will happen if you go on allocating, suppose memory and not freeing that, then you will run out of memory and program will stop. So it had to be freed. Memory that you have allocated has to be freed. Remember one thing, this kind of calloc, malloc, realloc allocate memory in heap. In operating system, memory management is done like function call. Suppose heap is there, stack is there. Operating system divide memory as heap, stack, like that. Okay, this malloc will going to create a memory location in the heap. Calloc in the same dynamic memory is allocated in heap. It persists between function call. Okay, suppose here, suppose if I run this example, this variable I within multiply 2, here multiply 2 I have called. Okay, control came here, int y. This int y will be, this memory will be created in stack. Dynamic memory will be created in heap, while local variables like auto, like this is actually auto int y, this local variable within the function is created in stack. Okay, because it is created in stack, the moment control return y, the moment control comes out of this function, this variable will be lost. Operating system will deallocate this memory on its own, but with dynamic memory allocation, it is created, memory is created in heap. Operating system will not going to deallocate on its own. Even if suppose instead of here if I create a malloc here and return it without freeing it, memory will be there, memory allocation will be remaining there, because this memory has been created in heap. It will not be returned to the operating system, even if operating system will not going to take it, and even if the control comes out of here. But y is a local variable, operating system will going to reclaim this memory space the moment control comes out of here. Okay, so this variable doesn't need to be deallocated by me like free or any other function, but dynamic memory allocation has to be deallocated by a function like this. Otherwise operating system will going to never will going to keep it till the end, and ultimately I will going to run out of memory, because stack memory is deallocated automatically, but heap memory is not deallocated. It has to be deallocated by the programmer. Okay, that's why free. If I execute this program, say all got all this is the first enter elements of array, this is the second enter elements of array, this is the third, and this is the fourth. All got executed and the program terminated successfully. Suppose now if I make this 1500, because I have allocated only how much, 15 by 15 into char size of char is 1, so 15 bytes only I have allocated. Now suppose, see, things got compiled properly, but when I execute it, corrupt top size. Why? Because operating system has allocated only 15 bytes and I tried to write 1500 bytes. So this bound checking, previously also I have told in array, bound checking is a duty of the programmer, not that of the operating system. Here also is a duty of the programmer to see, look, that this is 15 bytes, it cannot be more than 15. So if I make it 15 bytes, the program is executing. Here also if I change that thing to 15,000 bytes, it will be the same issue. It may be possible that operating system will not going to, because it will be erratic. See, it's erratic. It may be possible that operating system will going to execute, but it will going to override some other memory location. Okay, even if instead of 1500, if I write suppose 20, how much I am allocating, 15 byte, but I am writing 20 byte only, suppose. This is comp. See, even if I write 20, things are executing properly, but still this is wrong, because 5 bytes of some other memory location which haven't been assigned to this has been overwritten. Maybe the operating system has allocated those 5 bytes to some other variable, so those variable will be overwritten and program will not execute as expected, so it has to be made 15. Okay, and this is realloc. Suppose here 15 has been allocated 15 bytes. After that I am doing a realloc of 25, means 10 more bytes will be allocated. Similarly in here 15 bytes is allocated. If I am doing 20 bytes, means 5 more memory, 5 more byte will be assigned to start to. Okay, after that free. Okay, this is after that free. This is volatile. Previously also, while access specifier, this is storage class. This register is there. Register means what? Register index will going to try to, the register is always limited. If I do like this, operating system will try to put the value of x in a register so that execution is faster. Okay, but if I write this volatile, then even if operating system to optimize execution try to put the value of x in register, it will not, because it may change. I am just specifying by the word volatile that it may change, so don't put it in register, put it in memory. Always take it from memory. This will make the execution a bit slower, but it may be required. Suppose I have to take this value from some other source, like dynamically I am taking this from a sensor, then it has to be like this. Okay, if you like this video, please subscribe to it. If you don't, please write in the comments, please. Thank you.